early with me. Thanks for being here, guys. Hope you're all having a good last day of the weekend. Valk was first today, guys. Thanks, Valk, for being first. I love that. Kimmers, happy Sunday to you as well. Hello, yet it is. Greek, yep. Happy Mother's Day today, everyone who is celebrating. I know there is a lot of different dates. I was just looking up like each country on what date they celebrate Mother's Day, and yeah, there's a lot of different ones, but a lot of countries are celebrating today. So happy Mother's Day, everyone. Make sure that you talk to your mom if you have the chance, or go see them. I'm sure they would appreciate that. Yeah, I switched up the goals since yesterday's stream. We completed it for the sewing machine, so it is on order. I will let you guys know when it comes in. We got a really heavy duty one that can go through like over 4 layers of denim, Sam said when he was researching it, which is amazing. So I'm really excited for that. And now we're going to start accepting money for the fabric for the quilt, because I think that'll be kind of the next expensive one, but that will be fun for us to go stream and do together, so it all kind of wraps itself up in one package. Mish, thanks for the 1 bit. Thanks for the 7 bits as well, Scaramouche. I hope you're good. I haven't seen you in a while. And yeah, we've been just covered in this blanket of fire smoke since, what, yesterday morning, I think? And then it's supposed to slowly subside today, but then it's raining again. So I probably won't even get to see the aurora. So lucky for all of you that got to. Are you sure that's enough? We might need more fabric. Thanks for the 3 bits. I honestly have no idea how much fabric costs anymore, because it's been about 10 years since I've been in a fabric store to create things. But when I was talking to my friend who's a fashion designer, she said it's gotten quite expensive in these last few years. A comfort quilt for never frozen Samo. Yeah, like the bedding is okay up at camp. Like, yes, it's always clean and stuff, but it's just a polyester fiber-filled quilt that they put on the beds, which is not the best to sleep with, right? It doesn't really allow airflow and stuff like that, especially for someone who gets really warm all the time, like Sam. And yeah, he loves the quilt that I've made. I don't think I've ever showed you guys it, so we can show today. This is the quilt we always fight over, and I actually made this for myself and Posh once upon a time. So the one side is just a nice navy polka dot, and then I made the other side just like a red stripe. And then it just has like a very thin layer of fiber in it. But it's super simple, but we always fight over this whenever we're both home. So I said I would just make him a big one to take up to work. Fabric does cost a lot. Yeah, I know. But it'll be something that lasts, because if that is 10 years old already and is still almost in perfect condition, that's something to say, right? When you make stuff yourself. I'm very excited. And I thought that making a quilt like that is a simpler project to start with again, get myself back into the groove. I'm definitely not going to start by like trying to make a pair of pants for myself or something. That's a bit of a challenge, but we will be getting into that on stream, so stay tuned for that. Is it that you're fighting over the blanket, or is it one of those, I don't want the world, I just want your half? Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe a little bit of both. Okay, we're gonna do a nice, quick and easy stream today, making some more like yummy fresh food, inspiring for summer. So we're gonna make this delicious prawn and crab salad. And I will say this, I don't love imitation crab, but every now and then in like a seafood salad, or even if you get like a cheaper version of a California roll, it's not bad if you make it right. So we will be using that, But I also picked a very nice prawn to use because all of the prawns at the grocery store this week were 50% off. So you better believe I rummaged through the case and found the extra large wild Argentinian prawns. I'm super, super excited to cook these up and put that in the salad today. And yeah, this is something that we would often make up at camp because the imitation crab is not super expensive to buy. You guys, I'm trying not to be distracted. But thank you for the bits. Mish, Scaramouche, thank you. Aren't there native Canadian prawns? There is. But you can only access them if you live on each of the coasts. The fishing laws, let's say here, are really messed up when it comes to like commercial fishing versus just one-off like small boat fishing for a small business. So that kind of stuff, we will never see that here, unfortunately. And that's why you don't see me eating really any fish anymore, because we don't get fresh fish here, and I'm not eating farmed fish because that's all we usually get now. It's gross. But what we are gonna do is go check out when Sam is home. Maybe he will be home on Thursday, but I'm gonna just put in my mind that it'll be the following week. We're gonna go check out this place called Lobster Mobsters. That is like a fresh sort of seafood spot. And I think she said either every Tuesday or every Thursday, they get fresh fish flown in from each coast. So it's good to go in the morning on those days because they sell out within a couple hours. Right? Yeah, we'll go stream from there. It'll be a fun thing. Bob, thank you for the 2 bitlies. You gotta throw them off. They're having way too much fun. Mish, how is your greenhouse, by the way? Did your building inspector approve your feta foundation? I'm sure you could have bribed him with a little bit of feta for that too. Okay, what else are we doing for the lettuce wraps? I'm gonna post the menu again because you guys are crazy. So prawn crab salad, I linked a good recipe for that. We'll post that up too. And then we'll just do some nice like shaved cucumber. We're gonna cook some Cal Rose rice. I linked a recipe for what Cal Rose rice is and how to cook it. It's a medium grain rice that grows in California, and I think is gonna be really good with everything. And then we'll just top it with some avocado pieces or slices. Nice and easy. Let's see the crab. Hello, I can see you. I mean, I can't really see you, but you can see me. A little bit freaky. Don't even give me yada yada. If you're gonna be like that in here, you can exit it. The door is over there. But here's the crab. I actually had a hard time finding this week. I had to go to 2 different stores, and it's just called surimi flakes. I got this instead of the, what did they call the other one? Strips, where it's like the long strips that you can put into sushi rolls. But this will be better for what we're making today. And this is made out of Alaskan pollock or whiting fish. So it's made out of a white fish. I will say I was pretty thrown off the one time I watched a video of how this stuff is made. If you want to be grossed out a little bit when you eat this, go look up the video of how this stuff is made. I still eat it though. I don't know why. I guess there's worse things that we can eat in our life, right? Where do they make crabs? I'm not even gonna entertain you anymore. You're just being annoying, man. Today's not the day. Okay, I'll pop up the recipes for myself. I'm pretty sure even kids know that crab comes from the sea. Although there are some freshwater crabs, so you can get them that way too, the blue crabs. Hi, Derb Squad, Dave. Nobody needs to know. Okay, I have never actually looked up a video of how hot dogs are made. Let's not do that. Hi, White Dove. How are you doing today? Bonk, thanks for that. That was just ridiculous. I can't handle people like that anymore. And I'm sure you guys can't either. Like, I have patience, but not for that. And I know we can just carry on. You got bonked, man. I didn't even see it. Good thing. Good job, Bob. You have a recipe of English Cumberland sausages chilling and waiting for the stuffer. Do you have a hand crank stuffer or do you have an electric one? Let's make up just a little quick prep list for ourselves because there's a couple different components. You were over at the garden yesterday. You planted some stuff and things. What are you most excited about? And also, I hope the fam is doing really good. I know we haven't seen each other in a while. Oh, the KitchenAid attachment. Sweet! So basically what I have for the Incarcerum, but for the KitchenAid. Do you like it? I actually think making sausages is so fun. I don't know why. Okay, so first things first, I think it will be smart to start prepping the crab salad. We are going to learn something today that we're taught in culinary school. It's called a court bouillon. So this is a flavored sort of broth or water that we're gonna cook the prawns in so that they're not just like steamed plain. This will add a little bit of flavor. I'll show you guys how to do that. So let's prep that first because it does have to simmer. And I was trying to think back to culinary school when we made the court bouillon and learned about it. I forget what we poached in it. But then at the same time, we had to learn the sauce called beurre blanc. It was quite a stressful day. I remember that. The things we remember. Okay, so then we'll cook the prawns in there. Only a couple minutes is what it will take. And then important to cool them down really well. And then obviously we have to flake our crab. Chop up some yummy herbies for this. You're new to it, but you're having fun. That's all that really matters. I'm glad you caught that, Greek. Look, I just looked at the clock now and it's 12:12. I love when the numbers are like that. Dave, you have corn, tomato, pepper, potato, jalapeno, onion, and carrots. You'll be set for the summer and into fall. I so miss growing my own food. I know we'll get back there one day. Beurre blanc, I'll put it in chat for you, Greek. I always teach you spelling here. I know this. You're my favorite. Beurre blanc. So think of white butter sauce. Yeah, it's obviously like midnight. Come on, Mish. Beurre blanc. Because beurre is butter in French. Okay, our herbs, we got what? Green onion. I'm just gonna use dried dill because I was not gonna pay $4 for this like small bunch of fresh dill from the store. I said absolutely not. I put my foot down. And then obviously we mix it up with some mayo, some nice fresh lemon, and some seasonings. It is really a simple salad, but seriously, every time we made this at work, it would fly out of the fridge. Like people see it and they're like, oh, the crab salad's back, and like take 3. Like, okay, you can leave some for other people too. Could I grow my own foods? I don't want to invest in getting a bunch of pots and stuff for the patio again. Because last time I did that, we moved and then I just sold them all, right? Because we didn't have room. So I would hate to invest all that just to sell it all again. Because it doesn't really keep its value. I basically had to give it away. But yeah, I was thinking of for sure going to get some dill. Maybe some basil, cilantro. Just all those yummy fresh herbs that we like in the summer. Instead of paying $2 every single time, just buy a pack of seeds for $5 and then you can grow it the whole summer, right? It is a bit of a process. Yeah, like taking the water out carefully and not like flooding the apartment. But it's fun all at the same time. Okay, the rest of our things as far as cooking goes are Calrose rice. Seems pretty simple from what I read in the recipe. We just have to rinse it really well. This is one of the times where I will actually rinse the rice on stream with you guys. And then it's at about 20 minutes to cook in the pot. So while that is going, we can do our lettuce wraps. I got really nice heads of lettuce, live lettuce from the farmer's market yesterday, our cucumber, and some avocado. I was kind of thinking this is gonna be sushi-esque, right? With the rice, the mayo, and the seafood, and then the avocado. Good snacking stuff for sure. And I mean, you're free to put anything else that you want in there. You must lurk? Okay, sounds good, Valk. I'll be here. Yeah, when you water your plants, they get mad. It's true, when the water pours off your balcony. Good one, Greek. Okay, let's come to the cutting board. We're gonna make our court bouillon, so get out a medium pot. Something that you can cook all the prawns in. We'll start adding our flavorings in and then fill it with water. So we'll do onion. I have a half onion left over. We never do garlic in court bouillon. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that I've never done it. It's quite a strong flavor. Usually you'll find flavorings, onion, lemon. Think about things that go good with seafood and fish, right? We always do peppercorns as well as bay leaf. Oh, I almost forgot to put celery onto the list. That's an important one in the seafood salad because you want that bit of fresh crunch just to cut through the richness. And that's when the guy at the store was making fun of me on Friday for only buying 2 stalks of celery. But I'm not gonna buy a whole head because I don't eat it too much. I don't want it to just go bad in the fridge. Thank you for that, Mish. It is definitely fair. All of the feta is out of the fridge now. So this stuff we can just chop up into rough size pieces. Nice, Bob. Thanks for posting your sausage recipe in Discord for us. Maybe someone will make it. Blondie, how are you doing today, dude? How was your day at the... Was it just the drag strip or a full-on track? Guys, Blondie was like watching Porsche's race yesterday. And I got jealous when I watched it. I ran out of feta. Well, I'm waiting till Samo's back to get more. He actually asked me about it this week, Mish. He's like, is there still feta in the fridge? It was so random. I was like, no, I'm using it all this week. He's like, we'll have to get more then. I was like, okay. That's right. It's Chef Pete Snafe's recipe. I don't know of him. I don't spend a lot of time on Twitch. Is this like a piece of cabbage from yesterday stuck onto my knife forever? I don't spend a ton of time on Twitch other than when I'm streaming. But I should give that guy a follow. So see how those pieces are for the onion? Nothing fancy. We'll chop up our whole lemon. This one has been zested, that's why it looks a little funny. I'll just chop off the stem. Quarter this into the pot. So I'm gonna put celery seed into the court bouillon. And then we'll put fresh celery into the actual seafood salad. Couple peppercorns. And then this is also a really good way to prepare shrimp for shrimp cocktail if you like to munch on that. This is what I would always make, like a huge pot of court bouillon for during service so that you could cook the shrimp fresh when it runs out. Because no one likes shrimp that's been sitting in a steam well for like an hour. That's right, it's just aromatics. We don't have to be fancy on the cuts because we're gonna bring this to a simmer and kind of let it tea out, let's say. And then we can strain out most of this stuff so it's easier to cook the prawns in there. Just a little bit of the celery seed. Go like that. And then we do need a couple more things. So court bouillon usually will have some sort of vinegar and maybe some wine, even if you have that. I know wine can be expensive to use in something like this, so definitely don't just like go open a bottle. Like I'm not gonna open a bottle of my fancy wine just to pour it in. But if you have white wine vinegar, that is the next best thing. I don't do Old Bay because a court bouillon is not Cajun at all. Scooter, how's your Sunday going? Have I heard of Chef Matheson? Matty Matheson? I've heard of this man for many, many years. Like from when he first started cooking. I have both of his cookbooks and we've actually done a full read through of his first cookbook that he released. We read through it on stream together as a goal. It was so good. The stories that he told behind the dishes that he picked for the book. It's right there. I can see it in the shelf. Just give me a sec. Yeah, his style of cooking is quite similar to what mine is. And that is one of the last cookbooks I've bought. White wine vin. Imported from Italy. That's actually pretty awesome. It's the real deal. Doing more adulting, blocking off the area of the yard to keep the dog out of, and doing weed and feed. Hey, that is fun. I know it can be a drag when you like work during the week and that's your only time to do it, but it's still really nice to spend time outside. Old Bay is not Creole. It was created in Baltimore, Maryland, so it's a New England seasoning. Interesting, Bonk. Thanks for looking that up. But yeah, we're not going for those sort of flavor profiles today. We're not trying to make it spicy or too garlicky or anything like that. This is a very traditional French style of broth or bouillon. So we'll fill that up with water, and then we also have to season it with some salt, right? But usually I won't put any salt in until all of this has simmered together for a bit. And then I'll just strain it all and then salt it then while I'm waiting for it to come back up. Let's get that onto like a medium-high heat. We can pop the lid on just to get it up a bit quicker. This is the one. Dun, 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 dun. He actually looks so good there. But yeah, he still uploads to YouTube like every single week. I can't really watch his videos though anymore. What a handsome dude, right? They made him look so awesome there. But yeah, it's a really nice book. Like he goes through dishes that reminds him of his family and stuff like that. Look at all the pages that I marked. Venison tartare with bone marrow drippings. Holy shnikey. Hi, old style. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm a little bit sleepy, but I'm gonna catch up on sleep. Tomorrow is my day off. How is this even in here? This isn't my book then. I think this is the roommate's book. Because I never eat at Montana's. And like, how is there the wet nap in there? I don't think this one's mine. Mine's in the storage locker still. That kind of threw me off. What the heck? Guys, if I eat at Montana's, just unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas. Thanks, Crux. It's true. It is funny. Yeah, if we go out to Montana's to eat ribs, that's a no. All right, in the meantime, let's get our prawns out of the package. Ready to go. So yeah, this bag of prawns was $7.50. And it was regular, obviously $15, which I don't think I would pay $15 regular price for that amount. And we'll cook them with the shell on first, and then I'll peel them afterwards. I think that will be the best. Oh, what do you think, guys? Or should I peel them now? Maybe we'll peel them now while we're waiting. And then what I always do is save the shells and then make a broth. Yeah, careful, they're wild. And I do try to look for the wild designation on there. And then this is interesting. Usually it has ocean-wise on this one, but I don't think this is ocean-wise. They stopped doing that. Interesting. I also found out this week, so I've been doing a lot of investigating about our grocery stores and stuff, about what's going down. Yeah, our grocery store, Save on Foods, is like completely owned by a car dealer company, which blows my mind. And it's happening a lot here, like that brand new grocery store they just opened that's really fancy. Yeah, it's owned by the car dealership that we used to work for. I guess that's where all the money is. Right, Cookie? Hello, how are you? What's wrong with Montana's? I'm just saying, as someone who's like a sponsored barbecue cooker, if I go to Montana's and eat ribs, that's like sacrilege, right? I should be cooking that at home on the smoker I have. I used to eat at Montana's a lot, but that was before I was an adult. Yeah, everyone needs to eat. Not everyone needs a car. I'm just gonna pour some of the juices out. These look amazing though. These may be some of the largest prawns I've ever cooked. And then that's the other thing I really like about the Argentinian ones is like the shells are so nice and pink. It's gonna be so meaty. Mish, you once gave your mom a puzzle for her birthday. When she opened the box, an unopened condom fell out. To this day, no one believes you when you say you didn't put it there. So it was like a second-hand puzzle then. So these are all deveined and the shell is split. So you just open it up here. And then if you see, even the meat on the Argentinian prawn is nice and pink. Sorry, Bob. I guess that is funny. I used to eat there before I became an adult. My honesty sometimes can get me in trouble. I'm just telling the truth. I don't mean to make it sound bad. So it was a brand new puzzle. What, Mish? How does that even happen? Oh, there's kind of some poop in that one. That's okay. Once we put it in the court bouillon, I'm sure it'll cook off of there. Yeah, that's what they thought, I think. Which is hilarious. These are super meaty. I will say, out of all the different shrimps and prawns that you can get in the store now, like last time I was in the grocery store, there was at least like 10 or 12 different varieties of shrimp and stuff from different places. These are the most meaty. Like when you cook them, the texture kind of comes out more like similar to chicken meat rather than it being a rubbery sort of shrimp texture. And that's why that's pretty much all I buy now is this variety. And it was actually my grandma that got me onto these. Like a couple years back for sure. When picked up, you can't do the weed and feed. Oh yeah, you don't want to be spraying or trying to spread that out in the wind. Get it right in the face. No, thank you. Yeah, just a hint. There's a chef that can't eat solid food due to a rare disease. That's crazy, Greek. Okay, we're all peeled up. Just gonna wash my hands because I gotta grab a container for the shells. I'm not gonna make a really big batch of the seafood salad today because you shouldn't make more than 3 days or so worth. Let's say 4 days. So we're gonna cook all these prawns, but I probably won't use them all. How's everyone? So far so good here. It looks like the sky is starting to clear. I might go for a walk later. I absolutely did not yesterday. Cookie, it's your birthday today? You're born on Mother's Day? Happy birthday! That's so exciting. I hope someone made you or got you a cake. And you can't decide what to cook. That's so funny you're cooking your own birthday dinner. Like Sam and myself.
Happy birthday, Cookie!
Oh, that was so cute. Samo says happy birthday. I don't know if you heard that. But yeah, we're not going out for dinner anymore. We'll just cook it ourselves. It's easier. Okay, I'm gonna get the crab out. And we can start flaking it into a bowl. Can never figure out the difference between prawns and shrimp. I will admit, I've never really looked it up either. Let's learn. And yeah, going out on Mother's Day, the day of your birthday, probably not the same. Where you live likely determines what term you use or see more frequently, whether it's prawn or shrimp. In the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Ireland, prawn is the general term used to describe both true prawns and shrimp. In North America, the term shrimp is used much more frequently, while the word prawn is most often used to describe the larger species or those fished from fresh water. Hey. So are prawns... Yes. Prawns are from fresh water. It says, though there's no consistent definition for prawns and shrimp in fishing, farming, and culinary contexts, they are scientifically distinct because they come from different branches of the crustacean family tree. Both of them are members of the decapod order, which means 10-footed. One sec. We're about to fly over here and it's scary. We're boiling over. It's terrifying. I'm gonna turn it down a bit just to simmer that out now. Okay, there's still more we can learn while that's simmering. Okay, shrimp belong to the Pleocymeta suborder, which also includes crayfish, lobster, and crabs, whereas prawns belong to the Dendrobranchiata suborder. The main anatomical difference between prawns and shrimp is the body form. In shrimp, the thorax, which is that the middle? Or like right where kind of the head meets the abdomen? So the thorax overlaps the head and the abdomen. But in prawns, each segment overlaps the segment below it. So the head overlaps the thorax and the thorax overlaps the abdomen. Huh. Because of this, prawns are unable to bend their bodies sharply the way that shrimp can. Their legs are also slightly different. Prawns have 3 pairs of claw-like legs, while shrimp have only 1 pair of them. That was so interesting. Thanks for asking that question, because I actually didn't know all of those things. The more you know. Mish, yeah, we eat a lot of prawns in Australia. Okay, why don't I set... Let's simmer that for about 10 minutes in the pot while we keep prepping this. Get a nice big bowl out. Do that. Do I want to use all of this? I feel like it's gonna be quite a bit if I use it all. Let's just flake up a little bit at a time. But this is kind of nice to see too, that this is wild caught and this is also sustainable. So this is ocean wise. To me, what fake crab is, I call this fake crab. And then the prawns were not. Yummo! Ginger beef and peas for lunch? Man, they are just having some issues there with the menus. Like yesterday with the cheeseburgers up at work, guys. They served the cheeseburgers with mashed potatoes and rice. Where like we would make like French fries, jalapeno poppers, and like a pub night. It's like, what are they doing? Ginger beef and peas. It's like, are you guys feeling okay? Yeah, we'll use it all. It's only 340 grams. Who the hell's in charge? Not us anymore. Okay, so we just take this, and it's pretty easy to flake, just with your hands. This doesn't seem like as good quality as what you would get at work, but we'll see. I usually can't just eat it on its own. I'll have to mix it with something. You had that? They're inspiring. Yeah, Samo doesn't do dishes or clean anymore or have to cook. He's good. So random. It is just flavored whitefish. That's all it is. I definitely like it in the bigger flakes rather than it getting really mushed up. And I mean, you could cut it too, but I think it looks more natural as far as crab meat goes if you flake it with your hand. The other option was the rosé rotini. Pasta could be good for lunch as long as it's not too dry. Proxima, you just had chicken soup, made it yourself. It was atrocious. What happened? I'm sad for you. Yeah, Mish, they messed up the fries. Just mashed them up instead. I mean, there's deep fries for a reason. I don't know why they're working so hard. You guys are just tearing them apart. Oh, and we inquired about the one sous chef job. Remember I told you guys about that last week? But it was for the other camp down at Exploration. I'm not going back there again, so I didn't apply. Everyone that works there now is really mean. That's true, right, Scooter? Like, this is probably better than the fresh fish that I can get in the store. Because I always eye it up at Costco. Some of the fresh stuff that I have been eyeing up lately is they've been getting some whole mackerel in at Costco. And I think that would be so good to grill or try to do something fun with. But I also haven't eaten a ton of mackerel, so I don't know if I should buy it or not. Smoked, yeah. Okay, so maybe we should get it then. Next time I see it. I just have to check if it was wild or not. It is sad. So that's why we're gonna check out that one spot I told you guys about, Lobster Mobsters. Because they do get fresh fish flown in. And like, we've been craving a clam pasta that I make. And we can't even source Manila clams. The only place we've been able to source it is the Asian market. Samo doesn't like mackerel. See? It would be all me. You never like crab sticks? Yeah, that's what they're called, the stick. I don't like the sticks nearly as much as this, and you see how I am like mixing the crab still with prawns just to cut it a little bit. All this is white fish that's been like basically mushed together and then pressed out in a die with a colored bit of fish on the outside. That's all this is. But yeah, this one is not as nice as some of the other ones we got. They're still gonna be good though. I'm actually surprised the stuff that we got from like GFS or Cisco was better. Yeah, mackerel is really fatty. It's known as a really oily fish. And we know that whenever something is oily or fatty, it's gonna have a stronger flavor. Think of like the lamb fat, or even how beef fat is much stronger flavor than pork lard. Okay, now let's just pop this back in the fridge while we keep prepping the rest of the things for it. I'll get the celery. Oh, maybe we'll chop up some of this parsley too, actually. And then up to you if you want to use red onion or green onion in this. This also cuts through the flavor of the fish. And I will say, like, that didn't taste very fishy when I tried it. It tasted more buttery almost. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why mackerel nigiri is often served with lemon to cut through the oil. Pick some of that. Green onions. And then we can just check back here really quick. See how the onions have absorbed the broth and they're translucent now? That's what it should be looking like. The fresh mint. Strawberry mint mocktails. Mackerel is sort of like yellowfin tuna, but way more fishy. Let's pick this first. This is just some parsley. Add some nice green color and freshness. Yeah, really the only fish we eat now is when we go out for sushi. That's about it. Because if the fish is sushi grade, that means it's a higher quality. Whereas not all of the fish in the grocery store, fresh, is sushi grade, right? So that's kind of our safest way of eating fish in the middle of the prairies. Just gonna feel this and see if there's any dirt that I need to wash off. Feels good. Got that. Let's tip and top the celery. And we'll wash that. Yum. I'm so jealous. I keep getting mad at our roommate because he always goes fishing, but then he never brings any home. I'm like, what are you going out fishing for then? Like, walleye is so delicious, and there's lots of it here. Yeah, that's like the best fish you get. It's true. That's what I grew up on. The salmon that I grew up on was like Highliner, right? It was a while before we actually got really fresh fish here. Yeah, the mackerel flesh, that's so true. The white, pink, and red. Fresh rockfish, also insanely good. It's true. You guys are like making my mouth water. Okay, so now I usually just take like a spider, a scoop, strainer, to take the aromatics out. And remember, we still have to add some salt so it's not bland. It smells so good in here. It's proper. He said he was fishing in a weird spot by the power plant. And I was like, dude, I don't think that really affects it. Yeah, fish at the grocery store is always fresh caught at some time somewhere in the distant past. Once you taste fresh fish that you caught yourself out of the ocean or the lake, the fresh fish in the store just doesn't cut it anymore because you know they're lying to you. It's like for sure at least 4 to 5 days old from what I've tasted. And we do want to simmer this when we cook the prawns in there. Okay. The only thing that's floating around is a little bit of celery seed, and that's alright. So now I'm gonna taste this. And remember, there's already some vinegar in there, so it will be a bit acidic. Don't die. Okay, see you soon, Samo. Mmm. Okay, the salt is gonna bring out the rest of the flavors that we need. Yum. Hey, if you catch a three-eyed fish, you better be bringing it home. I love that Simpsons episode. Okay, let's see how that tastes now. Gonna stir that in. Perfect. It's not super salty like how I say make your pasta water taste like the sea. It just tastes like a nice seasoned broth that's balanced between salt, acidity, and the aromatics. And yeah, I didn't go crazy with the lemon in there either. Like usually I put a lot more lemon, but we're putting fresh lemon into the salad itself. So that's where that flavor will come in. All right, now we will drop these all in. I have my spider nearby still to scoop the prawns out after they're cooked, right? And we'll just cook these until they turn opaque rather than translucent. You can give it a little stir with your clean hand just after you drop them all in. Poach those prawns. I'm gonna get a container for the shells. Pack those away while my hands are dirty. Because shrimp broth is such a good thing to use as a base of chowder or any seafood soups. So never waste that. Hi Michael, how are you? And I just usually freeze them until I'm ready to make the broth. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick, and those are probably good to come out. Like I said, we could have steamed these in a steamer basket over the water, but this is a much better way to get flavor into the meat. We're good. See how much they shrank too? Done. Now we just let that cool. Ta-da! We'll kind of spread them all out so that they don't stay piled on top of each other. Look at how some of them were so small and some were quite large. Yummy yum. I'll just pop that on a trivet so the air can flow underneath as well. I'm not gonna put it into the fridge. Like a lot of times in the restaurant, if you're cooking prawns or shrimp like that, you can put them on a sheet pan and then into the big fridge, but I don't need my entire fridge to smell like prawns because that will happen from the steam. So we'll let those cool a bit on their own before we refrigerate. How's the bottom of these? Do we need to wash them? They look pretty good. A nap sounds nice. I mean, naps are awesome on the weekend. I know a lot of people that I've met, though, cannot nap for the life of them. I'm so happy that I'm a nap person. Because, man, sometimes it just saves your life. Now we will thinly slice this. Cookie, did you decide on your birthday dinner yet? We gotta help you. Looks good. You can't nap, Bonk? Yeah, you're one of those people. Naps turn into hours-long sleeps, and then you just can't sleep again. I usually set, like, a timer or an alarm when I nap, just so I don't do that. But yeah, I won't often nap for more than, like, max 3 hours if I'm really low on sleep. Because then at that point, like, you might as well just go to bed. Nom. Okay, next we'll do the parsley. Just turn down the music a little bit. Thanks, Michael. It's always nice to cook along to music. Keeps your energy up. There's that. Next one, we'll cut this. That in half. Does this fit my blade? So usually we always just cut what's gonna fit our knife blade, right? And be easy. Now we can slice the celery. I usually go pretty fine. Nice and delicate little pieces of celery rather than big chunks. And we'll dice that up. Get back in there. Like that. Yeah, same for tuna salad, right? Good one. That's totally what size it should be. Hi, Izzy. It has been forever. I've been good. How have you been? It's really good to see you. I see that VIP badge. I remember you. Oh, guys, I applied to like 3 more like housekeeping nanny jobs right before stream today. So hopefully I hear back. Let's get some fresh lemon. Some of the jobs are like going to people's houses and helping with cooking. Or one of them, like this guy had surgery, so he'll need like a little bit of help cooking meals and like taking care of his dog. Thanks, Greek. Greek's like, I need to hear the song. Thanks for gifting the sub to Izzy Rogue. Recovering 63-year-old. Hey, it doesn't matter what your age is. It's just a number. We started all the fun without you. A little bit, yeah, it's true. We're making our salad. Our prawns are back here. They're almost cooled, actually. We learned what prawns and shrimp were. Okay, we need that and then some dried dill. And I think we'll do lemon zest and juice. So you get nice lemon flavor. Hello, Clem. Welcome back. 33 months in a row with you. How was your week? How was your weekend? You have some prawns to defrost? You should do that. Yay! Because you could make this without the crab as well. And like, I did have cans of real crab, but the texture's kind of weird if we mixed it with the prawn. That's why I chose this instead. I know they always say when you use dried herbs to use like half the amount of fresh, but somehow with dill, I feel like we always need to use more. We'll stop there for now. Scaramouche, thanks for the 102. Setting off a level 1 hype chain. Choo choo for you. And another 5. And Mish, a 1. Yay! You finished your finals, Clem? Everyone, round of applause for Clem. You didn't want to go to Six Flags? You don't like amusement park rides? I would have been there all day. I'm doing good. Things are rolling right along. Thank you, Hudas, as well, for the 200 bits. All of those bits are going towards fabric we're gonna go buy on stream together and make Sam a quilt. And Bob. Thank you, Bob, for the 9. CJ Dewey. How are you doing? School is over, Trev. Say goodbye to summer. Okay, we're gonna rinse this before we zest it. New nickname, Hen Bomb. You guys are so bad. Someone needs a bearskin coat or something. That'd be pretty cool. Something furry. Well, we can't heat him up too much because he already has a bit of a bear coat. So it's more about keeping him cool. Getting that cotton. Getting away from polyester, the plastic. Right? The Arctic is still not cold enough. Who we got now? What is even happening anymore? Sayla? Hello, thanks for the 3 months being subscribed. I love the people that have only been here like quite a short time. But you guys came back. That makes me so happy. Thank you. Yeah, polyester's your friend until you meet fire. Ah. Okay, that's enough lemon, I think. Because most of the lemon flavor comes from the zest, right? Not from the juice. I mean, they're actually on water conservation right now up there. Because people were messing around too much, the supervisors. So now they're on a water boil in the kitchen. Imagine trying to do your work. Oh, gonna go boil this pasta now. Oh wait, I have to boil this pot of water first. And then set it up. I'm laughing so hard at that. It's naked. Only on, well, maybe 2/3 naked. So let's do half of this juice to start. If you have snow, you have water. Yeah, but it takes a while for them to make the water in the water treatment plant. And you always need a 10% leeway for backwash because there's a lot of runoff there right now. And so it's coming in a bit dirty. And so when you only have 20% in the tank and you need 10% for backwash, well, that adds up pretty quick, right? And you always need water just in case there is a fire and things like that. It adds up when you're in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what you said, but hello, 814-0888-831. Why do we always end here? Do you not know, Pell? You've been lurking longer. Thank you for letting me know that. We love our lurkers. What about the pollution in the air and the snow? Exactly, right? That's what I said. When you get runoff and stuff, and it's really dusty now because it's starting to melt, but all the roads are made out of gravel, right? So they have to water the roads so it doesn't be dusty. You use a lot of water in life. You don't realize it. How's these things back here? They feel great, actually. So let's get a little cutting board out. I don't know, I don't want to cut the juicy shrimp right on the wooden board. Icelandic volcanic ash, for example. Yes. Some people want cocaine, some people want feta. I mean, each is a drug, if you technically want to look at it that way. Cheese is a drug, it's been confirmed. It has addictive properties. Yeah, just drink the snow, it's safer. Look how good this looks. Ah, almost dropped it. That's how the prawn should look when it's nice and cooked. And I was just gonna cut it across this way, or maybe even cut it in half lengthwise first. Look at how nice that is. I don't know, they're just different than shrimp. The texture. Yeah, often I'll cut them in half that way. And then we can cut like 3 times. Through. Mmm. It's like sweet. Sweet meat. Val. They look real tasty. It is so good. I try to not just buy shrimp anymore, and I always look for when the Argentinian prawns go on sale. I have had shrimp ceviche. I was thinking about making that. I was like, oh, ceviche would be really delicious. But that's like a middle of the summer sort of thing. I would love to get like some fresh rockfish for that because I like to do a mix in the ceviche. Medium spicy. Yes, please. The crunch as you cut it, yep. I said that we weren't gonna use all of this, but we're gonna use all of it. Sometimes I lie. I'm sorry. It went flying. This one's pretty small, so I'm not gonna cut it horizontally. Same with this one. And that way you have a couple different textures in the seafood salad. This will be a bit more firm, and then the imitation crab is a lot softer. Kind of melt in your mouth. You love eating shrimp, especially when eating hot pot? Yes. I actually have a meal request for hot pot. I think from Mythical Suki. We should make that. Because I have another bag of shrimp in the freezer, right? When it's a 50% off sale, always buy two. Medium Mexican is like hot white people spice. Don't even talk about Indian or Thai version of spices to our white palates. It's hilarious. You're in the mood for Gypsy Kings? What's that? Enlighten my life. While on the subject of seafood, you prefer crab to lobster, but it is the rubbish lobster you get there. Are you getting, let's say, the Caribbean lobster tails, like the small ones? We are talking about it. Okay, let's get mayo. Mayonnaise. We do need a little bit of salt and pepper, but I think we'll dress this before we add any more salt. We'll get some pepper though. Mangosteen tails, yeah, the little ones versus like Atlantic lobster, right, is huge. You're probably right, Greek. All of the peppers and stuff probably taste proper down in Mexico. At your middle school, they had a World's Fair every year where everyone made a food related to a different country. In 8th grade, you made shrimp ceviche for Peru. Did everyone love it, or were they scared of like the raw sort of fish aspect? My voice is perfect for being an anime voice actor. That's funny you say that, because I actually signed up to a website this week to hopefully book some voice acting gigs. That's something that I'm gonna try to get into because I love to read and talk. And I think that could be fun. You love that song, Trev? Let me look at it. I'm gonna try to mute it quickly. Or pause it. Ah! See, I told you it was gonna happen. I'll have to watch it after stream so we don't get copyright. You have the perfect grumpy uncle voice. I mean, someone on Instagram on one of my reels, I think this was about a month ago, said they loved my deep fry crackle voice. And I just like laid into them. It's like, what are you talking about? Get a big spoon so we can mix this all. Maybe even a bigger spoon. I was like, what? I know I have a unique voice, but damn. You really went there. Deep fry crackle voice, that's what they said to me. So I said, thanks for showing all my followers your true character. I never heard back from them after that. I'm pretty sure it's an insult, Greek. At least I took it that way. As we often say in the kitchen, because we're pretty harsh when we talk together in kitchens, everyone has, or what is it? Everyone has an opinion. They're like assholes. Everyone's got one. Oh, we forgot this massive flake. Okay, where was that hiding? Yeah, at least like go after my stocky form or something like that. I mean, I've gotten a lot of times on Twitch here asking if I'm a guy. I think sometimes I've said yeah, just freak them out. How did you know? Oh my god. My secret's out. That is looking good, guys. That's looking pretty proper. Let's try this. I don't know. Yeah, we like deep fried stuff. It's true. The kids are going crazy outside. Can you hear them? But they're having fun, though. I can't be mad. That's good. Remember, we haven't added any salt yet. The herbs all taste so good together in there, though, and the crunch of the celery. I think we can do the rest of this lemon for sure, and then more salt and pepper, but the mayo, we're definitely okay on that part. Yeah, I think they're actually looking for it. I'm with you on that, Trev. We don't have to talk much more about it, but those are just some of the things that I've gotten over the years where it's like, what? Pardon me? What? The first time you posted art on social media, someone commented, was this made by a child? Right? It's so sad. This is so refreshing to eat in the summer. And, well, it's been pretty warm here lately. So that's why I've been making so much fresh stuff, because it's really easy for your body to digest. Hi, Pablo. He's up at work. He was in chat earlier. He might be back, but he's still up at work. Hopefully he comes home Thursday. I'm adding a bit of salt, but we didn't need a lot, I will say that. Been buying a lot of macaroni salad. Yeah, all those sort of salads. It's time. We didn't eat them in the winter. We had all of the casseroles and stews and soups that we could ever want. Now it's time to switch it up. Kind of same how like you wear different clothes for the different seasons. You also eat a little bit differently, I find. Nice. One more tasty taste and then that'll go in the fridge. Where does he work at? He works at a gold mine in the Arctic. Currently, he's doing water truck operator, but I think soon he will be transferring to environmental. The lemon that we added, really brightened up the flavor. So yeah, there's a definite sweetness from the imitation crab. That is nice. To contrast the meaty prawns. That's done. That's complete. First hard part of stream. Now, I think we'll cook the rice next because it will be nicer to eat the rice when it's not really, really hot out of the pot. We'll let it cool a little bit first. And then the rice can cool while we quickly just prep up our cucumber and avocado and our lettuce. I also thought like a side dish to go with this today that would be good would be like roasted potatoes. I was on the fence of whether I wanted to make rice or potatoes with this. Okay, I'm gonna get out our small pot for rice. And I did actually link a recipe for the rice that we're cooking today. It is interesting, the Calrose rice. And we need a strainer because we're gonna rinse it. Boom. That's my big bag of Calrose rice. And there is always directions, usually on the rice bag, if you want to follow that. I want to read a little bit through this. You've been having butchers make hot dogs for dinner? Did you make like venison meat and stuff into it too? Trying to figure out what you want with the hot dogs. I mean, like Trev said, maybe some macaroni salad or potato salad, because to me that's kind of like a picnic sort of meal. Thinking about all the yummy summer potluck things. What are you feeling like, Scooter? Okay, so what is Calrose rice? It is a medium grain rice that is grown in California, hence the Cal at the beginning of the name, and is actually a relative newcomer to the rice world. It was first released in 1948, so it hasn't been around for a very long time. And these days, Calrose rice accounts for 85% of the rice that is produced in the United States. It's very mild, so it pairs well with pretty much any other flavors. When it's cooked, Calrose rice is soft and somewhat sticky, making it a good option for a side dish, stir fries, or making sushi. Yeah, mac and cheese with hot dogs. Gimme. But if Scooter made hot dog buns, yeah, maybe just like Greek said, a nice salad on the side would be good. Okay, so they tell you all the different ways that you can cook this rice. We're gonna cook it on the stove. So they say measure a cup of rice into a fine mesh strainer. Rinse under cold water until it runs clear. And then you combine the rinsed rice with 1 1/3 cups of water. So when you cook medium and or short grain rice compared to long grain, it is a different ratio of water to the grain. Because think when we do jasmine and basmati rice, it's always a 2-to-1, where this is a 1 to 1 1/3 ratio. Interesting. Hi, Weasel. How was your weekend? Baked beans, yes. That was actually one of my favorite snacks growing up. Baked beans with hot dogs cut up. Oh, man. Bonk, thanks for giving us some more info on the rice. The majority of it is grown in the Sacramento Valley area, so northern central. It's like a 1 to 1 1/3, yeah. So they say bring this to a boil with some salt in the pot and then cook it on low until all the water is gone. Easy. But then they also give you instructions for the Instant Pot, the rice cooker, even how to make it in the oven. You guys remember when I've showed you oven rice before? I don't think, of all the times that we've like flown over California and driven through, I don't think I've ever seen the rice patties. Like, I remember seeing the rice patties when I was in Southeast Asia, right? And they were just the most beautiful thing ever. Okay, 1 cup. Oh, my cup measure is clean in the dishwasher. The patties there in California are really big. I believe it. Are they tiered like the ones in Southeast Asia are, or are they more just flat? Okay, it just looks like a field of grass. Whereas like the ones that I saw when I was in Bali, just like tiered up the side of a mountain. I was like, what is going on here? That's so cool. The ones in China are freaking crazy too. Weasel, you went out to dinner with your dad on Saturday and the food was great? Where did you go? Where did you go for din din? Okay, so I'm pouring cold water. Pour that into the strainer. Hold on to that. And we'll start rinsing. So the water will look milky, let's say, when you start to rinse the rice. And then we just keep rinsing it, and I kind of swish it around in the strainer until the water runs clear. And this is washing the extra starch off that we do not need on there. Unless you want really, really sticky rice. The tea plantations, Greek? Thank you for the 20 months, Weasel. I appreciate you. It's okay. I was asking you where you went for dinner with your dad. You leave a bit of starch because you really like the sticky rice? Yeah, I was gonna say that. If you like stickier rice, don't rinse it fully all the way. Now I just want some mango sticky rice in my life. Like, what's the little fried nuts they put on top with that? It's so good. Okay, the water's running clear. I'll just drain that out before we pour it in the pot. I still understand what you're saying, Greek. It's okay. The food was good, but the table sucked. So close to a wall and people, you felt part of the other family. Oh, shoot. I mean, sometimes it's fun to go to places that are like set up like that with communal tables, but if you're supposed to be at your own table, that can be a bit awkward, let's say. Why are they trying to cram so many people into a small space? Take away our quart bouillon pot. We don't need that. Okay. We'll measure out our 1 1/3 cups of water. He got the ad, yeah, before he resubbed. Every table was talking to each other at times about random stuff. But yeah, personally, you like more space when you go out to eat, which is like totally fair, right? What was the food? There's our one. And a third, and then let's not forget our seasoning. Couple little pinches of salt. And we'll bring that to a boil. Usually start the rice on medium-high heat and then turn it down once it boils. That's where that's at. I'll just keep my eye on it when it comes up. It's a nicer place in the area. Dad got a triple plate of seafood, so like a seafood tower. Legendary. You got a steak. That's so delicious. Yeah, it's been a bit since I made rice too, I think. I've been making a lot of quinoa and potatoes and different stuff like that. And plus potatoes in the winter, just so good. I don't know what it is about root vegetables in the winter time. Your body just craves it. All right, crossing off our list here. Boom, 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 boom. We got the rice, so now we're gonna prep our lettuce wraps, the cucumber, and the avocado. Last few things. Okay, so the lettuces, the live ones that I got from the store last time, remember I said I was gonna try to plant them? They died. They did not last when I tried to plant them. So I'm gonna try again with these ones since they're from the farm, because they have the entire root system still attached. And this is butter lettuce, or also known sometimes as Boston lettuce. It has nice crunch still, but also has this like kind of delicate softness to it, which makes it awesome to use as a lettuce wrap. That looks crazy. No, do not cut that off. And it's really important that you don't cut too close to the root either. Cut a little bit higher up from there, and then it will always regrow. I love butter lettuce too. Yeah, it is like underrated, I would say. So these couple leaves are not super nice, so we won't use them for the lettuce wrap, but we'll still take them off and get them washed, and then I'll use them tomorrow for a salad or something. And yeah, how I always pick this lettuce is I'll just start around the bottom and gently pick off the leaves. There's like the fertilizer coming out. I actually always loved this. I don't even know what it is, but I remember seeing it in like my grandma's garden. It looks like little gold flecks. Can you see it on the side of this one? I love gold. Is it fish scales? I never knew what it was. The roots look like hair. That's why it's called head of lettuce. So think about this, right? Fill up the middle like a taco, and then you can easily close it. Eat it up. These are massive. Really easy to fill and fold up. Because I find the other head lettuces, like the center, let's say vein or rib, gets really hard and crunchy, and when you go to fold it, it just kind of breaks and then everything falls through. I will wash up this whole head, I think. That's one thing about veggies I found as I got older. If I prep them and wash them and have them ready in the fridge, I'm much more likely to eat them. Rather than just looking at them and being like, wow, that looks nice. I should probably eat that. So this way I'll have my extra lettuce washed for the extra crab salad to eat these next few days. I mean, I'll probably stop there. And now, so how I tried this last time, because we would call this like root bound if we were gardening, is you can just trim this, like all of this excess, leave like an inch or so of the roots and then put it into water. I usually go into water for a day because this gets a little dry, and then you can go into soil. So I'm just gonna get a plastic cup and fill it with cold water rather than putting this back into the fridge. Hydroponic lettuce? I actually think so, yeah. Because how else would they get the plug out so nice and clean, right? I call that soil thing a soil plug. Just grabbing some scissors so I can trim it. Nice. And then you just stand that up. And you just want to make sure that the leaves and the actual plant is not touching the water, because then it will just go bad. Aquaponic? I don't know the difference between those two words because I've never grown anything that way. I've only ever used dirt. Yeah, for sure here, this stuff is grown in the greenhouse right now. Like, we had snow, what, not last week, the week before still? Okay, it looks like our rice simmering. Turn that down, pop the lid a little bit. Aquaponic uses the fish. Oh, okay. My brother has talked about wanting to do that. That's where we're at on the rice, so that'll slowly just cook out. Most lettuce varieties will regrow 3 to 5 times if harvested correctly. Or maybe grown in an indoor-outdoor facility. I'll write the farm that I got it from in chat for you, Greek, if you want to look it up. It was from Lacombe Farm, or it might be called Lacombe Greenhouses. So that is like southern Alberta. Now, let's just get a bowl and we'll fill that with cold water so we can wash our lettuce. And I'll spin all this out with the salad spinner since there's quite a bit. Vermiculite? I thought, oh yeah, because perlite is the white little things, and then vermiculite is the shiny stuff. That makes sense. It's Annie. Hi, Annie. How are you? Yeah, Misha's literally been waiting here all night. I swear she wasn't causing a ruckus. And we have a Judo in here too. Judo, how was your weekend? Get whaled. I just need to pop this lid because the rice is trying to foam over the side of the pot. We're good now. Perlite, and then the other one occurs in steel. We've learned so much today. Can my brain even keep up? I think I need more water. My weekend was good. It went by really fast. But it was a nice, quiet weekend, I will say that. Ready to catch up a little bit on sleep tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure I don't have my alarm on. You're doing the laundry. So adulting things then. Judo booked a last-minute flight to Japan? That is so exciting. When? Where? We have questions. Can I even reach this without a stool? I don't think so. Get the spinner. Okay, big ass salad spinner. This is what it looks like. And yeah, this one is actually amazing. I can attach this little tube. I'll show you in the bigger camera as we're doing this. You leave on the 20th of this month? So in 8 days? What? Okay, so I can attach this little water spout to the drain. And that way you can use it on the counter and then just route that into the sink. And that way you won't have water flying all over. It's actually amazing. Ingenuity. Judo, I'm so excited for you. And hi, Mickey. Just got back from the hospital. He's doing not too bad, your dad. Forgetful. But yeah, probably from the meds. He's probably on some pretty heavy pain meds. You love engine annuities? What are engine annuities, even? The rice looks like it's about 3/4 cooked. It's looking really good. What did the nurse say when you asked her that? Oh, I know it was a nanny joke. I was just wondering if there's actual engine annuities. Sometimes we can surprise ourselves here. You're staying in Shibuya for the first 2 days. From there, just go where the wind takes you. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. I'm really excited and happy for you. I love traveling so much. I got the bug again. If you bought some engine stock, see? That piece was really small, so I just had to taste it. There was like 0 dirt even on there. But always good to wash just in case. Sometimes there's sneaky buggies. The Nintendo Studio. Hello? I'm trying to put the lid on. There we go. Spin it to win it. I think we need more. That sounds crazy. Okay, it got pretty dried. If you're worried about it being too wet, you could always pat it down with a towel, right? Sounds insane, like the inside of your head. Oh, you were playing roulette. I love it. Okay, we gotta go check the rice because I'm pretty sure it's done. Use a spoon. It is. It looks really good. So now, to get this a little bit more fluffy... Also, I'm gonna try it to make sure, like, sometimes... Yeah, it's a little crunchy still. Why does it happen every time I cook, like, medium grain rice and follow the recipe? I'm putting more water in the pot for a little bit. Because it was kind of crunchy. Huh. That's why you always try your food. You can't just always follow a recipe. Okay, we're gonna take this out now. Let the rice go for another 5 minutes. The flavor is good though. We added a good amount of salt. And then obviously for the lettuce wraps, you only want the really nice, perfect leaves. The best that you can do, at least, with what you got. Ones are a bit small. I was thinking we'd make 3 big lettuce wraps on the plate. That's huge. I will say this, Judo. Scaramouche also guided us around New York City when Sam and myself went there. The amount of times Scaramouche said, "You're going the wrong way." Turn around. Hilarious. It was so much fun though. Okay, I will pat these a little bit more dry. For keeping it in the fridge though after washing, probably smart actually to leave a little bit of moisture so it doesn't dry out. It would be hard to find such quality leaves around there, Annie. Are you joking or serious? I mean, the lettuce from the grocery store doesn't look this nice ever. The farmers know what they're doing, I would say. And I think I got a pretty good deal still on everything that I bought yesterday. Like they do at the one farm, you can pick 6 kind of smaller bags of stuff for $22. Or you could pick on the other side of their stand 4 larger bags of different things for $20. I feel like it's worth it because I got 2 heads of lettuce like that. This entire plate of tomatoes mix that I've already eaten out of. I had some for breakfast this morning with my eggs. Insane. A massive bag of mint. And our cucumbers. Just give it a nice little pat to wick away the moisture. If doing hydroponics, you can get a new crop every 30 days for lettuce. See how easy it is? Okay, those are ready. Let's go back over and check this rice. I think I'm gonna give it a stir. I popped the lid on completely to try and cook some of the grains that were a bit under. I hate stirring rice while it's cooking, but sometimes it's necessary. Ooh, it's really sticky and starchy on the spoon. And obviously hot. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit. Okay, we're almost there. Pop the lid back on. By the time we do our cucumber and avocado, I think that will be good. I know that's what my brother talked about doing when they get their new house set up, is they want to do an entire thing in the basement. And have, like, fish part of it. Which I thought was so cool. I'm gonna grab 2 smaller cucumbers and then our avo. Wash these up. That's true, Scaramouche. Yeah, when you're traveling, it's nice to see local stuff rather than always doing the touristy things. But when you're short on time, sometimes it is important to see those touristy things because you never know when you're gonna be back there again. I need to message Judo actually because there's this girl I follow on Instagram who's Japanese and she made a Japanese guidebook for traveling around Japan, which I thought was so cool. How do I want to cut this? Should we do like kind of cucumber julienne spears? I think that'll be easier to eat rather than slices because the seafood salad's kind of like chopped up. So we want this salad wrap to be nice and easy to eat, not just like falling apart in your hand. It's okay. You're cute. You still got your massive black pup that is adorable. Is he a King Corso, right? A girl book instead of a guidebook. Ah! Somebody send help. Okay, so now we'll just go back across like this. If the lettuce was like shorter, because we have to think about how this is gonna sit in there, right? Then we would cut that in half. I smell rice. I think it's done. So now we're just gonna let that rest and fluff up off of the burner. Yes, Kafka. That was his name. So cute. I'm just gonna line all these up. That will add the crunch that we're looking for. It's not you, Michael. I mean, every time you guys say it's not me, it seems suspicious. Did we learn nothing from the Shaggy song? Use the cucumber slices like a spoon to put the salad on? Oh, if you left them bigger, that would probably look super nice, actually. Be really good. Okay, avo. Not bad. It could definitely be way worse. I didn't cut it very even either. And the avos I got have been a bit weird, I will say. Like, you know when they do that with the pit? And then make the flesh odd? There's a mutant in there. That's what I always think. Like, what's with the weird crunchy things? Yeah, lately I noticed that too, Annie. And like the prices are just... They're up one week, they're down the next week. Like 1 week I can get avocados for $1 each. This week they were $2.99 each. Or I got this bag of 4 for like $6.50. Yeah, exactly, like $1.50 a pop. So we're gonna do... I'm thinking nice thin slices to go on top, like really pretty delicate. Because the seafood salad, it's kind of fatty tasting, right? It's kind of rich already from the crab and the prawn and the mayo. That's how it looked. It was kind of getting smooshed. So we don't need a huge thing of avocado because that's really rich too. And it will make the flavor a bit bland when you just coat your entire palate in fat. Also, it's a texture thing. Should we season the rice with anything, or should we just leave it plain? Grow your own? I don't know if I could even do that inside. That might be a tough one. Farmer's market here, yeah, there's no avocados because we don't grow avocados in Canada at all. And I will say, when I went to the Mexican market and looked at their avocados, they shouldn't have even been selling them. They were like so soft, like beyond ripe. Even though the entire bag of the mush whole avocados was only $2, it would have just gone in the garbage. I was like, not even you guys have good avocados? So I have done a little bit of shopping. Yeah, so we're not even in the right climate for that. We would have had to grow them where we lived before. Like where I knew someone that grew pineapples in their living room, and it was the best pineapple I've ever tasted in my life. It tasted like coconut. I'm trying to decide if I want to season the rice with anything. Because the veggies aren't really seasoned. It does grow in hydroponics too. Do you grow hydroponics then? That's why you're teaching us all that stuff today? Let's get a plate. I guess I'll set up my camera for when we plate this all together. YouTube has been loving our plating videos from stream, guys. The Greek meatball one, the last time I checked, it was at like 2,500 views. You have 3 greenhouses. Cool. Prefer your pineapples to taste like pineapples, not coconuts. Yeah, it was so tropical tasting that it almost tasted fake. Mind blowing. Everyone have a sip of water real quick. Hydration station. Boom. Avocado trees grow up to 80 feet tall. I have a friend that I worked with in the kitchen in Vancouver. He has since moved to Costa Rica with his family. The mango trees? My God. My mouth's just like drooling. There's probably at least like 300 mangoes on each tree. And this is like the first year that they are living there and being able to harvest everything from their land. It looks good. I'm just like honestly more of a fan of long grain rice. I don't love super sticky rice, but I thought for this dish today it would be okay. So let's start letting this kind of top layer of the rice cool off a little bit. And we'll start building up the salad wraps in the meantime. We'll place our 3 lettuce cups around like that. And then we'll come in with our cucumber spears. Add as many or as little as you want, really. Just keep in mind if you overfill it, it can get a little bit hard to eat. I don't mind that, boss man. Yeah, the rice with a fried egg on top. I think that's enough, because we still need to be able to close it. Something about the yolk you can mix into the rice, gets it kind of saucy. Here's our seafood salad that's been marinating in the fridge. I think we'll put that on top of the rice. I'm gonna try to not make too much of a mess with this as I scoop it. You don't really need a lot of rice. It's just a simple filler. Like that. Next, we'll come in with our salad. Give that one more mix. The layering matters. It is important how you build wraps, how you build sandwiches. And also, if you think about how sushi rolls are made, there's a method to that too, right? This is turning out really nice, though. Get a little bit more over there. Will I even be able to close these? There's only one way to find out. You just take the bowl with the spoon, right? I mean, that's how we usually serve it. It was just on its own. And then sometimes, yeah, you'd see people pour it on top of a green salad or something. Bulk it out, make a whole meal. We'll scoop our avo. It's engineering. It really is. Chef's gotta cover all the bases. Okay, now I'll take this off. so that we can fan it out a bit. I'm thinking like three pieces. And we'll angle them so it's still easy to close. See how I put the smaller one and then the bigger one? Ta-da! Yummo bonk. Yeah, why not? Why couldn't you drop a little bit onto the chowder? Show you guys close up. That was such a simple, easy, healthy dish. Let me just take a quick photo now. I don't even want to know if you tried to eat this at a restaurant, like how much you would pay. Probably too much for what it is, right? Because the ingredients are simple. You're just paying a lot for the labor that it takes to make things. You're paying for the time. Although we can also argue that ingredients have gotten quite expensive in the last few years, so you're also paying for that. I mean, I probably spent $22 on all of the food that we prepped today. So I will have probably 2 more at least of plates like this, rather than just paying $22 for 1 plate, right? Okay, I think this one looks like the easiest one to maybe eat and wrap up. Let's go for it. Did we overload it? Give it a little smoosh was my plan. And then fold it up. Oh god. It is a little messy, but not like the worst thing ever. That looks like almost a sushi roll. That's kind of what my thought was. Just using lettuce wrap instead. Because I've never made this before. Guys. That is so good. I'm loving the crunchy cucumber in there. Like, it's not falling apart. I was thinking which end to start with. And we have more structure where the lettuce came off of the entire plant, right? It's quite hard there. So I'll leave that to the end because it's kind of holding that whole side together. That too, the shrimp and seafood salad at the store, $9.99 per pound. And they're using like low quality shrimp, not Argentinian prawns. But we still use the imitation crab today just to keep it a bit less expensive. It's like so buttery tasting. From the seafood salad. The fresh herbs are really nice. Know what else I think would be good on top? We could have done a little sprinkle of sesame seed. Toasted black sesame seed. Something about doing that just makes things look like 10 times better. It's hilarious. This is a for sure summertime make again. And it's filling. It is quite filling with the rice and everything together. Right, we talked about fatty food yesterday on stream. how fat and protein will make you feel fuller for longer compared to just eating a lot of vegetables. It's gonna fill you up quick with all the fiber, but it's not gonna keep you feeling full for more than about 2 hours or so. So there's a reason why we should always be eating a balanced meal. And yeah, personally, imitation crab to me, if I just made it straight with crab on this salad, I don't know if I'd be able to eat it. So that's why I had to add prawn or shrimp to it. Just for a little bit of a different texture contrast as well as flavor. Because I keep saying that the imitation crab has a sweetness to it. And I'm just not a real sweet sort of fish person, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna move this to this side. So yeah, watch for seafood to go on sale. That's what I did. And I should have been able to get my imitation crab for like free with the grocery store points, but they didn't have the proper size package for me to do that. Otherwise, I would have only paid $7.50 for the prawns. That's it. Imitation crab and bacon bits was probably not bad. Look at them in this camera. Nice colors, freshness, flavors, all of the things. And it's only just after 2 o'clock. So we can definitely say it was a quick and easy stream. Okay, who are we gonna go raid today? I think I'm actually gonna go for a walk. I could see the sun shining through the smoke. It's 10 p.m. Honestly, well, is the greenhouse done? Sweet and salty. It would work with seafood salad. Don't talk about it. Why? I got excited. Chef Steve is doing Mother's Day meatballs. Canara, that sounds yummy. Roasted red pepper fresh pasta. A geometric rhubarb tart? That sounds kind of nice too. Excuse me, that was my very small belch of approval because we didn't really cook with garlic today. Your crew is lazy. Well, what is the supervisor doing? Hello, Aspie. How are you? Welcome in. That was so nice to see you yesterday through our raid. And I'm just setting up another one now. Okay, we're gonna go see my friend Pinkbo Patisserie from the island. She's making a geometric rhubarb tart. And our rhubarb is not quite ready here. I have seen some people are growing rhubarb on the boulevard. It's like, can I harvest that? But geometric rhubarb tart, that sounds really nice. And let's get inspired with rhubarb. Yours is growing wild. Have you also seen the people that have been forcing the rhubarb? When it starts to just pop up in the spring, you just put a bucket over, and that way you get more tender and sweet stalks. Whoa. You were gonna suggest Jeff as it's his birthday? Are you saying Ice Cream Jeff? That's the one? I think that's the only Jeff I know on here. I spelt it all right. We did it, friends. I can't believe that's another weekend gone already. How does the time keep going this fast? Seriously. I mean, today was only a couple hour stream, but that's the way we like it on Sundays because we all have lives outside of here and we like to spend it that way. Also, it's Mother's Day. So go call your mom or go see your mom if you haven't yet. It's crazy. It is. It is really crazy. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for everything this weekend. All of the crazy bits today. We're at 4% already for our fabric that we're gonna get for Samo's quilt. Thank you for all the resubs as well, gifted subs. And I will be back next Friday again, cooking up 11 a.m. Pacific. Join our Discord and you will see our weekly schedule posted in there on Thursday. It'll be Christmas before you know it. Don't say that, Mickey. We're not ready. The snow just ended. Okay, I'm gonna hit that button, guys. You know where to find me if you need anything. Take care this week. Love y'all. Don't work too hard. And see you next time. Bye!